Are connecting with a whole bunch of people today that I hope you'll do that. I hope you'll do that. Next year you're going to be 1 and 2 years ahead of the new students here, and they're going to need some guidance. And if you remember how it was to be scared, please help them. Don't just add on the fear. This 3-year-old baby was drowning. The man was yelling to them to help him. 18 of the 20 could swim. None jumped in. Later, the reporters smelled a good story, so they got there. Why didn't you jump in, they said. And the answer was the front page headline. It said there was garbage in the water. They didn't jump in because they didn't want to get dirty. If you're going to be a leader, if you're going to do something different, if you're going to touch another life, it's inconvenient, people. It takes time, people. Your friend's grandma dies. You know you should go to the wake. You know you should go to the funeral. But many of you don't go. You know why? You don't know what to say. I got news for you. There's nothing to say. No one knows what to say. I'm older and wiser than you. I don't know what to say. Guess what else? You don't have to say anything. Being there says it all. 10 minutes to 3, ladies and gentlemen. I've received over 15,000 letters in the last 29 years. I've answered every single one of them to my knowledge. I've had 2 kids in all these years come up to me and say, you didn't answer my letter. I never want to hear that again. I will leave my address today. If you write me, I'll write you back. I'll never tell you I know your problem, because I don't. I will try to help you. I do know this. For every problem, there's a solution. To help somebody and make a difference, you have to go through some inconvenience. You might have to waste a little time. It might even take 5 minutes to write a note. It might take 2 minutes to make a phone call. Guess what? I'm asking you to be a difference maker. I can see from your eyes that many of you would have jumped in that water. Don't let other people take you down a path that will ruin your life. When I finish this story in about 1 minute, many of you won't even be affected by it. That's what hurts me the most. I weep over these assemblies. I see people in front of me that have been duped by a world and a society in a time in our country. I grew up in the 60s. I thought we had a corner on rebellion. I thought we had a corner on profanity. I thought we had a corner on drugs. Your generation is making my generation look like altar boys. You have things that will kill your little brother and sister right in your home called the computer, and you don't care. You have things that you watch on your computer that are ruining your lives, and you leave them even there for your little brothers and sisters to watch, and it bothers me. I have never in 29 years, ladies and gentlemen, had girls like I have in a couple of days ago in some assemblies laugh when I was talking about the dangers of pornography. It was a joke to girls. It's never been a joke to girls, but it is today to some, because you're calloused. You see, when you touch that stove over and over again, it becomes so hard and calloused, you have no feelings. Lisa and Sarah went to the same bar and drove home and died a year later. Lisa and Sarah Tucker, that is, identical twins. And their uncle, as he told me this story on the phone, full of tears, said the bartenders from the bar called Poets didn't come to either funeral. Said nobody from Budweiser or Michelob came to weep with them. And he said the owner at the bar that made all the money on my 2 nieces didn't come either. And then he said something I'll never forget. He said, why should they? They just lost 2 customers. We lost 2 babies.